Hello everyone, this is Jeremy and welcome to episode 7 of Divine Journey, where some mob is suffocating around me. Anyways, last episode we built ourselves this excavator. I made a small change to it between videos. I was told that if the output chest of the excavator fills up, it will continue mining, but instead of, like when it mines an ore, instead of putting it in the output chest, it will just drop it on the floor, which will it doesn't, like, it technically wastes energy, but the bigger problem is it depletes our vein faster. So anyways, looking at this now, we can see that a lot of the time these little scoops come up without ores in them. I think that's because we've partially depleted this vein here, and as the vein becomes partially depleted, it's a chance that it will fail to mine ore in each scoop. That's not really a problem. All right, the actual change I made, by the way, is I put a comparator here to measure the fullness of the chest, and if it gets above a certain threshold, basically if it's completely full, it shuts it off. I also did set up a second chest to hold stuff, so basically we have 2 diamond chests full of ore. At that point, honestly, I think 2 diamond chests full of iron, tin, and nickel is simply enough for now. So I'm gonna start by moving this excavator over to our copper vein. I think the 2 candidates for resources I would like to mine next are copper and redstone. Thankfully, I think I found both of those veins already. This one is cinnabar, which I'm pretty sure contains redstone. That looks very redstone-y. And this one is copper, but I think I need copper more than redstone at this very moment. So unfortunately, no easy way to move it. You move it by tearing it down. Build it elsewhere. So built it the way it's hard to plug in. Oh well, this will I'll figure out some way to run a wire over here, and then this will mine us copper. And then once we have infinite copper, I mean, technically it's not going to be infinite, right? But it's going to make us, over the course of a day or two, presumably approximately a diamond chest worth of copper. I don't know what else is in a copper vein, but that'll take care of all the early game resources we are short on. So let me go plug that in, and then we can move on to roots, which is what I want to get into today. Hopefully we can get some automation for a farm with that, although it's been a long time since I've used roots, so I might be a little derpy with it, and I don't actually know what exactly I can or cannot do. For what it's worth, it looks like the copper vein contains copper mostly, and a little bit of gold and a little bit of nickel. We already have tons of nickel, so that's probably valueless, but gold is nice to get too. So there we go. All right. Now roots. Let's start by seeing what the quest book has to tell us about roots. There is a roots book, isn't there? I recall it had a documentation book that was actually pretty decent quality. Yeah, so let's make one of these. I assume it's that one, and add it to our Akashic Tome. Oh, I already had one. Now I have 2 of them in here. How do you take a book out of the Akashic Tome? Can you take a book out of the Akashic Tome? I don't know, but now there's 2 copies. Whoops. But now we have all the information twice. Excellent. So I guess we'll follow the quest down. Use your power to craft 3 Duganyas. All right. Aqueous Soil. I heard this is good to help your farms grow faster. So how do we make it? We put various things onto the pyre. Of everything in here, I need to find lily pads still. I think I've seen a swamp nearby here. I don't think I brought any lily pads with me last time I was there. It doesn't look like it. Alright, I guess we're trekking to the swamp. And of course, by trek, I mean wee flying. No glider yet, but oh, stupid mountains, get out of the way. This is much faster than just walking. Also, way more fun. I hope you can harvest lily pads without a tool. Good. Alright, I don't know how many we need, but I'm just gonna grab like maybe a dozen. It's becoming nighttime too. In order to craft this Duganya now, I have to make petals. It requires a mortar and pestle, which requires charred stone. So this will be our first crafting ritual in the pyre. Apparently we can cook in here. Anyways, it's 3 stone and some other stuff we have. So I assume we just put it on there. It works kind of like a runic altar. Burning false. So I assume we have to light it. Flint and steel. Bam. And sneak right quick with it. Wow, it's actually just like a runic altar. Alright. Cool. We have to wait for the progress to be done, and bam. Nice. So that makes Charizard's favorite sound good. That looks like food. I'm down for food. I'm pretty low on food. That's pretty good food. We'll eat you later. I've been eating baguettes as a true Frenchman. So anyways, let's do that again. Right click with an empty hand, light it on fire, wait 16 seconds. When it says 0.16 minutes, I guess it really means 0.16 minutes, right? Because it's counting down faster than 1 a second. What a strange unit of time. Hundredths of a minute. Whatever. A mortar. Oh, come on. I gotta do it a couple more times. It might be worth making multiple pyres so we can craft in parallel. How hard was it to make one of these? Not half bad at all. Yeah, let's make a couple more. Hey, this fire doesn't even burn you for standing in it. My life is a lie. Alright, so make a mortar and pestle. That completes this quest. Don't care for any of those. And then we had to make petals by crushing flowers. Are very realistic recipes. I don't mind it so far. I think it was... Here, let's just look it up. Oh, we place it on the ground, maybe? Oh, this is clunky. And then we put the thing in, and then we crush it. Alright. Yeah, it's more than a little clunky, but I'll take it. And then we do the same pyre ritual to make some of these. So, as before, we put each thing on and light it. Alright. So, what exactly does this flower do? Does J.I. tell me? It can be used to craft, ferments into ethanol. Oh, can we grow them? Well, let's see what it says. Once you craft it a single time, you can grow this flower in aqueous soil. Okay. So we can grow them, but not on what we have. Is my cow still alive? Take the pufferfish. Alright, next quest. I thought I misread that. I thought it said we use it to make aqueous soil. Plant it near your crop field and it will provide water and prevent them from being trampled. Well, that's nifty. Alright. Do I craft runestone? Jeez, that's well hidden. Oh, and it's done in a Fey crafter, not a pyre, so we can't actually make it yet. Alright then. Oh well, don't really need it. Come on, get off there. Where do we go next then? This berry? Alright, I guess we make one of these. That thing specifically requires blue orchids, so I have this flower field right next to our base, which apparently is devoid of blue orchids. Excellent, perfect. Not have asked for more. So we're back to the swamp where I guess they're just a swamp flower. Vanilla spawning mechanics, I guess. Once more to the pyre. It's weird that you burn a bunch of plants to make a plant, but who am I to judge, right? Oopsies. Don't think two of them. No. No. How did the rock get on there? Alright, everything's all messed up now. Oh, I think I shift right-clicked. It's right-click with empty hand to take off. I see. Here. Just redo that. Spend your 0.16 seconds smelting. And go. Alright. So, these cloudberries, I think it says, then plant it on calyx soil. Would we make calyx soil? Increases the rate at which plants grow. Cool stuff. Created by dropping a piece of elemental soil onto a surface closer to the sky and unobstructed from it. Elemental soil is throwing... Right. Okay, so I think we have to make this Fey crafter next. Let's do that. I think I saw it here. So what do we need? Describe the shape of this. The grove stone. Well, I know what they were thinking. Alright, that doesn't look too bad. Fortunately, I had a spare eagle tooth. Unfortunately, I did not have a spare buffalo tooth. So, trying to just get the one buffalo that's hurt. Perhaps this is more trouble than... Oh, wait. Gotcha. Can you give me a tooth? The entire buffalo had one tooth. Poor thing. How does it eat with one tooth? The world wonders. Alright, so we make our phallic object. Excellent. And... Grove Supplication. Where is that quest? Here it is. So we have to make spells. Alright, let's... if we're going to do the spell system, let's start by making a staff. So a staff can be used to cast root spells, and from what I've seen, some of them sound very useful. This one lets you actually craft with it, but there's stuff like magnetism. We can have a magnet. You can grow and harvest plants. Place lights. Yeah. Good stuff. Alright, so let's make the staff. Opal? No, we found opals. Ooh, does that use up our ego bone whistle? I'm gonna make a second... I don't have enough spare ego bones, do I? No, I just used my last ego bone. I have feathers left. But my eagle, or my parrots that were here also despawned or died with the sheep. So now I need to get new eagles. We're gonna try it and hope it doesn't use up our whistle, I think. It probably will. Alright, whistle. Good luck not getting used up in crafting. I'm tempted, like, it's so much easier to make a second one of these if I have one already, right? Because we have to do the eagle ritual. And the eagle ritual is much harder to do without. It's okay. It's... I used it up. Should have seen that one coming. I'm actually low enough on redstone. I value 32 redstone more than 4 diamonds, strangely enough. Alright, so now that we have our staff, we have to make this spell in particular. Doesn't look too bad. Jam all the ingredients into the mortar, give it a good squish, and we have a spell dust. So how do we actually apply the spell to our staff? This can be used to infuse your staff on an imbuer. So I'm going to assume we need an imbuer as well. One material I find myself needing a lot of is this Terra moss, and Roots has a way to craft it, right? We put like the water on the cobblestone and hit it with a something, but I find it easier just to actually go into these cork. I think that, well, whatever generates these caves that have a bunch of moss stone on it, and just steal some. Unfortunately, I don't think it works on this like fake moss cobble, but it works on this real mossy cobble. According to the quest book, to add the spell to our staff, we first put the spell in the imbuer, click our staff on it, wait however long. In the meantime, I'm going to make ourselves a component pouch. Tooltip doesn't seem to want to fit in the on the screen, but all right. So this can hold spellcasting ingredients. In order to use this spell, you see there it says we need 1/10 of a wild root and 1/10 of a Terra moss. So we could just have it in our inventory, or we can store them into our pouch here. Does it matter what slot they go in? I guess not. I'm not quite sure what the difference between the two sides is. Effectively, it's an extra backpack. Can we wear this in our baubles? In the belt slot. Makes an awful lot of sense. Alright, and that even has its own quest reward. What does this say? Upgrade your component pouch into the apothecary pouch. Later. Alright, so now we have this Grove Supplication spell. So I'll pick later. With that, we should be able to make the Fey Craft, well, use the Fey Crafter. So crafting this is easy. Let's make one real quick. And then, as far as I can tell, it works just like one of these pyres, except that you start it not with a flint and steel, but with this spell. Alright, so that gives us... I'll pick later. I want to make this stuff, Elemental Soil, because all of its upgraded variants seem quite good. The Aqueous Soil will automatically harvest. That's not very useful. This Terran Soil, you get more yield, and this grows faster. You know, it's just a farmland upgrade. All right, So how do we make this again? Compressed dirt, compressed gravel, bone, terra, moss, and petals. All right, let's get some. The worst part about crafting in these, I think it's like gathering the materials and putting them into the crafter, you know, one piece at a time. One, oh no, we don't. Oh, this one we just place them in the inventory. Nice. All right, so now why is it Xing at me? Is it because I haven't done this yet? No, it is not. Why are you X'd out? Perhaps this will tell me. Place 5 ingredients and oops. Make a fake crafter. This will be yada yada yada. You will need at least 1 imbued grove stone in the vicinity. I see. To imbue a grove stone, right click on a staff that has. Okay, so we get a grove stone. Wait, that's what this phallic object is. Imbue it. There we go. Do the thing. Alright, now how do I start crafting? Open its UI in place, then right click with any kind of roots knife. Can do. Hey, would you look at that? Okay, and it does as much as it can in one go. Alright. Mission complete. So, from there I want to, let's make some of each of these soils. So drop it in water, lava. We probably don't need the lava one very much, but I'll make 4 just to complete the quest. High Y level and low Y level. Of the various soil types, I think Aqueous probably pops out to me as the most useful at the moment because it automatically harvests, right? That's something unique that we don't have another effect for. Effectively, as long as you have a way that to like vacuum chest the drops, you can set up a farm with this. And while I don't have a vacuum chest, I do have hopper minecarts. So maybe we'll make a Aqueous Soil farm to power our diesel generator at some point. Not this very moment. I want to see what else we have available from this roots mod because there's also like this rampant growth and harvest spell. While these can't, I don't think they can be automated. Maybe they're just good enough that we, use it by hand to grow and harvest our crops. The fact that it does consume spell ingredients, though, kind of limits its, long-term usefulness. Anyways, we first have to unlock all of these exotic materials. So let's make Persechia. That's just another plant that we have to gather exotic materials for. Like the worst part is going to find, a beetroot. Where am I going to get a beetroot from? Not my plants chest. Wait, nope. Yes, my plants chest. Noticing a bit of a trend with these flowers. Generally, you want to craft one and then use use that one to grow it to yield additional ones. So the dye. No, I have the dye, beetroot, flower, and melon. Oh, I need a whole lilac. And burn. Nope. Burn. So that makes our, our first Persechia. And then if I grow it, we can yield more. Now, what I'm going to do probably is have to set up a dedicated farm that's just entirely for these various roots flowers, because there's just too many of them. So looks like, wait, you plant it as no, you craft it into the bulb, and then you can grow the bulb. Okay. And there we go. Bone meal. I am almost out of bone meal. It is a little unfortunate. But there is, if we want to get a little brave, I've seen in the nethers quite a few of those bone structures, whatever, that we can harvest for absolute loads of bone meal. Oh, I have. But they're all in the lava, so maybe we'll go hunt one of those down for some bone meal real quick. See if I can spot one easily. Whee. Yeah, it's like, there's tons of bone meal there. Just in the middle of a lava lake. Out of curiosity. Dang it. I was hoping we could use a different fluid, like biodiesel, to kill the lava here. I wonder if there's any fluids we can place in the nether to destroy lava. What about blood? I know one of the other... Okay, it doesn't work. One of the other, I guess we can call them nether enhancing mods, adds blood to the nether, which obviously can exist in the nether. But I guess not here. Alright, I have a plan. So this will be the spot we jump down on. Make a little platform. And then from here, I should probably not use some nice stone. We can build out and then vein mine those before I get killed by a ghast. And hopefully the magnetic effect of vein miner keeps everything from falling into the lava. 31. I was kind of expecting more, if we're being honest. Oh well, there's like 2, 3 more easy to get to ones. All in all, those 3 fossils, I guess you call them? No, they're not fossils because they're still bones. Skeletons, that's what they are. Yielded a bit over a stack of bone blocks, which is a bit over 9 stacks of bone meal. Very good. So that makes that. Then we have another exotic plant to craft. Is this like the standard? This can't be the standard recipe, right? Why do I have to go gather all, like, what is a lucis spore? Yes, it's just one of those random useless plants that grows in the nether that's incidentally not useless now. The orange mushrooms are easy to find. They're not particularly orange. I mean, I guess their underside's orange. Personally, I would have called that a purple mushroom myself, but I am not a mushroom connoisseur. Anyways, now lucis spore. What is that? I guess it's one of these things. Yeah, sure. Their only use is to make baffle caps. Good enough for me. After crafting one of these, the quest book says that they grow using vanilla style mechanics. So I'm hoping that this hole I dug in the ground is both large enough and dark enough. I'm confident it's dark enough. I'm not confident it's large enough to grow this thing. So, hey, would you look at that? And I think these are affected by fortune. Is that true? No, we got one back, so I can just vein mine now. Hopefully get, yeah. Alright, baffling. So I'm gonna grow these a few times. Our next exotic flower. Why are there so many of these? There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. This is not really. Ow! Hey! Ow! Oh, whoa! You really hurt. Hold on. I have to not die for. Oh, that's a poison mushroom. That eggplant might have literally just murdered me. Stay back! I'm so dead. I'm so incredibly dead. Please, eggplant, please. No! I went from 0 deaths to having a rainbow of death markers, all to this one annoying little guy. I got you now. I have the high ground, Cleaver. Well, please don't die. Now, which of these actually has my stuff in it? Not that one. If my stuff drops in the lava, I'm going to be very angry. Good. No need to be angry. I hate eggplants. I've now been murdered by an eggplant. Anyways, what was I here for? Right, I still have to find agave plants. What the heck is an agave? I'm kind of at my wit's end trying to navigate this stupid eggplant-filled nether, looking for a plant that I don't even know what it looks like. There's a question that says you can punch them to get them. So I guess they're grass-like, but like it's not this stuff, right? This is just nether grass. Harvesting it gives absolutely nothing, even if you harvest a lot of it. And it's like red and purple-ish. It's kind of the color of this stuff, but these are kind of just wood. Apparently there's a quest to get a bit more of that. So I have no clue what it is, where I get it. And yeah, I'm very annoyed at this nether, all things considered. Alright, looking for that thing is getting way too frustrating, and I don't want to quit the pack. So, is that not the right recipe? I'm gonna make some more of this elemental soil, and And then we can hopefully go set up the farm instead, because that'll hopefully be more productive and, more importantly, actually enjoyable process. So why is this not crafting? Moss petal, bone block, sand and gravel. Oh, it's dirt and gravel, not sand. Whoops. As I mentioned before, for this farm, the plan is to do it all with water soil that automatically causes the plant to drop when it's, when it's grown. So if I'm going to do a 9x9 farm, I need 81. Let's just turn it all into water soil. We can turn the extra back. And then we'll use a hopper minecart collection system. Very vanilla-y. I'm going to go out on a limb here and guess that aqueous soil does not need water, considering it's aqueous. So we can swap out one of the 9x9 farm plots, plant all of these here as before, and then just the recent hopper minecarts no, they can pick up through a block and a half, right? The reason hopper minecarts can pick up through farmland is because farmland, is this true? It's because farmland is set down just a tiny bit. Or if you look at our y coordinate, it's 66, but here it's like 65.9. I'm not actually sure if the hopper minecart can pick up through a full block. I guess we'll find out. If not, we're gonna need a different collection system. Let's do a small scale test before we try to lay out all the tracks and stuff, especially because I think I'm gonna have to rip up the soil to lay the tracks. But anyways, if I grow that one, yeah, I think it got harvested. It did. Okay. And it has a little bit of horizontal range too, right? Like it can harvest that one. No, it can't. But what if I give it a push? Can't easily give it a push here. All right, that's fine. But does that mean that it has to, here, it won't pick that up. Yeah. It'll, all right, so I need to keep blocks from going past the edge here. That's easy. We can put a wall. But the fact is, I think I also have to run the rail under every single plant. Because if we harvest this plant, right, it won't pick that up. So yeah, the rail track has to run under every single plant. All right, so repair our tools. This pattern here doesn't quite have full coverage. In fact, it's, I think, barely better than half coverage, which means that we can't actually put crops on every tile, but it's the best my simple mind can come up with because of the way rails connect to each other. So let's start a rail off. By the way, something, maybe it's just my sound settings. I don't know. I guess it's ambient. Something is making the rail silent, and I'm okay with that because I was kind of dreading the rail sound. But yeah, now our thing goes around and around and around, and if we have a crop, say here, it'll pick it up as it goes by, and then it unloads it as it drives over these, and it'll load into these buffer chests, which we can, I'll probably have to make a bunch of item conduit or something. Or I could use door trim. Anyways, and run it over to those two drawers. So let's lay the farmland over every tile that is covered by the rail. Turns out you can just replace farmland with this by clicking on it. I don't actually want to replace these, so I'm gonna swap those back to farmland, but well, I guess I had to rip everything up because I had to access the layer under it anyways. No, never mind. I did have to rip things up. I did not do excess work. Huzzah. And here's our farm with everything planted. Now I probably do have to actually, let me just do it right now, build these blocks here up too high. Because again, if the harvested block drops off of the, harvestable tiles, then we're not going to end up harvesting it. So we can run our item conduit up through that. And, let's actually test it out first. I just like bone meal some of these. In fact, I don't even have to harvest them. I just bone meal them to full. All right, they should automatically pop off. This will be real embarrassing if they don't automatically pop off. I mean, these popped off when they were full. Does it just not happen if you bone meal it? No, there it goes. Why haven't these popped off? Hello? Well, anyways, that should get picked up the next time the cart runs by. Good. And then it should get deposited up in here. if it's depositing too slowly, oh, there we go. Okay, so I guess it doesn't necessarily pop off as soon as it's grown. And in fact, the way the plant drops, it looks like it actually drops centered every time. Unlike when I click it, it's not necessarily centered, which means we might not actually need these barriers. Oh, it's gonna look a lot nicer without all these barriers up. So let's try to do without. And we're done. So I just slapped a drawer controller down there and ran trim up to all of this so that we can insert from the buffer chests into the drawer, and that will feed our squeezer and fermenter. Now, looking at the rates we're getting here without any form of growth boosting, this is way too slow. However, partial uptime for the generator is better than, well, partial automated crop production, whatever, is better than no automated crop production, and it's easy enough to expand it to cover this half of the field as well, which I'll probably do that at some point. But for now, I think we can wrap up today here. It feels good to have accomplished something. Much better to end on having accomplished something than that stupid trip to the nether. I'll have to go find that flower sometime later, but I don't know. Maybe I'll end up cheating. I'm not sure. It's just like this whole searching for, random doodads. It's like running errands. I don't want to run errands in Minecraft. I want to play the game. But yeah, we'll see. In any event, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care, and bye-bye.